when you have an intrinsically inferior product and you're relying on like cultural attachment and memories and stuff to kind of fuel it, well, if you take it away, a lot of people might not miss it. A lot of new kids who didn't grow up with it the same way may not miss it, and then where's baseball?
But they're not taking it away, though, Max. I mean, like, look, they're going to miss, if anything, spring training can be delayed, pushed back, whatever you want to call it, shortened, whatever that is. But when Major League Baseball season actually starts and it's opening day, you get about a week, maybe 2 weeks of, excitement because of the opening day, and we get to see the pitcher rotation and all those sort of things. And then it goes away anyway for several months, because at that point in time, we're dealing with March Madness. We're dealing with the NBA playoffs. We start to get into that meat. Baseball is a summer sport. And when the summertime comes, baseball will be at full action. Then we roll into the pennant races at that point in time. So I don't look, like Jeff said right there, in the past, baseball missed no time, no games, no anything. And it'll happen this way because the owners don't want to lose money either by delaying things.
I hope it does happen that way. When you look at a league that has kind of generated $10 billion annually, and one of the huge sticking points is how that $10 billion is then distributed with the players and the length of contracts, and for younger players actually to be able to get to, in the prime of their career, more so to the huge earning potential sooner rather than later. I think there's some major sticking points there that the players are like, hey, look, we came back earlier in the pandemic because it was an opportune time for our product, right, to showcase our product. We did that. Like, what are you willing to give us in compensation in order for us to come back and do this again?
First of all, Key, you say it's a summer sport. See, that's not how I see baseball's appeal or problems in terms of marketing. It's a local sport. Like, you care about the team that you root for, and
Absolutely.
Only that team.
Absolutely.
As opposed to the NFL or the NBA, where everyone follows basically all the good teams.
But they didn't
right?
market their own big players. That's the problem, too. With the
Absolutely, 100%. You care about the local markets and your teams. All I care about is the Dodgers. I can give two hoots about the Angels, the A's,
Same,
the Giants,
I'm that way with the Yankees.
Patriots, Padres, any of that. But it is a summer sport. And what I mean by a summer sport is when you are traveling on the road to your family and you are driving from L.A. to San Francisco, you will take in a baseball game. If I am going from Boston to New York and the Yankees are playing, I'm probably going to take in a baseball game. That is a summer sport. It is not something like the NFL where it is what I would like to call a destination sport. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to sit down. It's appointment only.
Well, yeah, it's more like wallpaper.
I'm going to sit down,
yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that I got the appointment on Monday night. Oh my God, Thursday night football.
No,
Sunday.
it's more like
that way.
Key watches
Well,
forensic
there's so many
shows.
games,
I watch
that's why.
like nature shows. I don't know what you have, but kind of like wallpaper in the background. Baseball, because it's a long game, 3 hours. You just put it on. There's a game every day. You put it on, and it's not like you're sitting down and actively watching. It's just kind of around you.
It's a family affair, right? Evan, it's a family game, right? I mean, we take when I go to baseball games, I take everybody. We got 2 rows of people that are with me, and we go to the baseball game.
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to just cut school and go to hop on the train and go up to the Bronx.
I can tell based on some of the things you say.
Listen, Key, if I was any smarter, it would be dangerous. It's a good thing I cut school. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, it just brings back to your point about people will be paying attention, of course.
Yes.
Because now there's a lockout, and I think it brings more attention to the sport.
Yeah.
But the reality is, with everything going on that's happening, we are going back to live events. That is a common occurrence right now. But, like, who knows where things will be in a month from now with everything that's currently happening.
When you talk about divvying up the pot of gold, to me, one thing that the owners should consider is give the players everything they want, right? Except for limit the length of contracts. When free agency was about to hit, Charlie Finley, the owner of the Oakland A's, who had a dynasty at the time, Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, all these guys back in the mid-'70s, he was like, he tried to tell the owners, this is about to hit. Let's just make them free agents every year. That way everyone gets paid according to their actual market value. The owners, of course, as always, just like the NCAA, everyone resists. They were trying to squeeze every little drop out until it was too late. Now players get 10-year deals where the back half of the contract, they're worth 1/10 the money. If I were the owners, I would try to limit the length of deals to 4-year deals, like the NBA.
How many guys do you see, though, with the 10-year deals, when they get to year 7, is still the same player when they sign that deal?
Almost none of them.
Almost none.
Yeah, almost none of them.
That's on the owners to make that decision. This is why the New York Mets decided that Max Scherzer was better off with a shorter deal than a long-term deal based on his age. Now, when we get to year 2, 3 of that deal and you are still cooking and you still delivering at a 95 mile an hour, 97 mile an hour, you got stuff, you got the change up, the cutter going, all those different things. Now let's revisit it. When you are now in contention for another Cy Young, let's revisit that at that point in time at 40 years old. But I'm certainly not giving you a long-term extension at 37 years old. 3 years is as far as I'm going to go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.